Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nidus Anarchy series. I'm your host Adam, the CIO of Nidus, and today I want to talk to you about how I use brown M&Ms to determine who I hire. So, what the hell am I talking about? This goes back to an old school contract with the band Van Halen, which I'm sure everyone knows because they're an awesome band from the 80s. And what they used to do is they used to go to all the different concert venues that they'd be going on tour with, and they had a writer in their contract that would stipulate all the stuff that they wanted backstage. It would be things from like a herring cream to, all the food that they wanted, a giant tub of KY jelly, and more specifically, they had wanted a request of M&Ms, and then in all caps and in parentheses it says, with no brown M&Ms. So they wanted all the brown M&Ms removed. This became a thing of kind of like, urban legend for the longest time. Was it real? Was it not real? People talked about it forever. And why did they do it? Obviously, the first thing was, they're just a snooty rock band. They're just being, picky just because they can and, not cool. Well, actually, there's a very big reason as to why they did it. So Van Halen was a large, they still are obviously, but back in the day, especially in the 80s when they were touring, huge band. Everyone wanted to see this band. So they'd fill out, giant things like Madison Square Gardens and huge amphitheaters, the Forum and stuff. And they had lots of pyrotechnics, they had crazy stage props, all kinds of stuff. And a lot of it had very, very specific technicalities in there to ensure safety and to ensure that the show would work successfully. So what they did is they used the brown M&Ms to removal as kind of like a canary. So this way, when they walked into the venue, as soon as they walked into their dressing room, they had that bowl of M&Ms. If they saw brown M&Ms in there, they know instantly they didn't read the rider. They didn't read the contract. They didn't go through all the details. And what that tells them is that most likely they ignored something else, which is probably of actual safety and concern. So that caused them to recheck everything, possibly kill the whole show altogether. And, it kind of depends at that point. But the whole point here is that the brown M&Ms really wasn't because they don't want brown M&Ms. It was something that they put in a large contract to ensure that the venues actually read it and would abide by all the different technical details because they're important for safety and concern of the bands and everyone else. To give you an idea, there was it was a few years ago now, there's a band Great White out of Rhode Island that had a pyrotechnics go wrong and a ton of people died. The whole building got gulped up in flames, people couldn't get out. It was a nightmare. So that's why things like this are important. So now, how do I use the brown M&Ms theory to hire people, and why do I do that? So right now, I'm actually looking to hire someone that's big in full stack development, mainly JavaScript, also some Solidity Web3 stuff going on. And I have the full job description. In the middle, I have one sentence in there that says, when you reply, use the word coffee as your first word or in the first sentence, something like that. So this way, nowadays, nowadays when people are applying for jobs, they're just hitting the button. They see a job, they just hit apply, and they send out the resume with the copy paste cover letter. Nothing, no effort whatsoever. That's not the person I want to hire. I want to hire the person that wants the job. I want to hire the person that is paying attention to detail. So anyone that doesn't have the word coffee right out of the gate when they send me that message, instantly reject because they're not paying attention to anything that I'm telling them to do. And that's a huge thing, right? So if this is the key moment to getting the job, and this is someone that I'm going to put a lot of time and money into over a long period of time, I want to make sure they're paying attention to details, because when I give them some technical requirements for a job or a task to do, I don't want them just glossing over and be like, I'll figure it out later. Like, I want them to actually pay attention to everything I tell them to do. So that's why I put my brown M&M clause, just say coffee. So now I know right away, this person is not paying attention at all. I don't care about that person. They don't care about the job. I don't care about them. Very simple. Instant delete. So that's how I use the brown M&M theory to weed out people. I also do this a lot of times in other formats, but basically you get the gist of it. Is you put something that seems menial, but it's actually massively important because it tells you, did that person actually read it? Are they paying attention? Can they follow very simple instructions that doesn't cost them any time or money, right? It's, do they follow instructions and are they paying attention? It's super important, and that's what I look for. So if you have your variation of the brown M&Ms, because I know other people are doing this as well, I'm not the only person to figure this out, I'd love to hear what you're doing, because this was just the beginning, and I'm sure there's other really great ways that we could use this type of theory to make business better as a whole. I'd love to hear it. So hit me up. You can shoot me an email, adam@nidus.com, NYEDIS.com, or you can leave a comment on our YouTube video. Or, I mean, we have like shorts that go out there as well, like the YouTube Reels. We're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, all those fun things. Nydis IAM, Nyedis IAM is the handle across the board there. You can leave comments there too. And for those of you that have made it this far, I want to give you guys a special reward. So, this was a book that I bought in an airport a little while ago, the Harvard Business Review on Crypto. It's a really good intro to just crypto in general. NFTs, ERC20 tokens, smart contracts, Ethereum, blockchain, all that kind of fun stuff is in here. Great book, great introductory. I read it on the flight end to end, so it's a quick read. But I want to pass this on. I want to give this to someone else that wants it. So, the first person to comment in either the short where we're talking about this or in the long form on YouTube, or you know what, shoot me an email. If you shoot me an email, I'll take that too. The first person to post a comment with the word crypto as the first word wins. I'll mail this out to you, free book for you. Just want to pass on that knowledge. So hopefully you're paying attention. I will see you guys around the next installment, hopefully at Identiverse, which we will be there Tuesday through Thursday next week, and the last week of May, beginning of June. We're going to be around looking for people to interview and talk to. So if you're there, hit me up. I'd love to talk to you guys. I'll see you guys in Vegas.